So this here is the Alamo, which we're not going to go into right now. We did 5 years ago. But yeah, this is one of the 5 churches along the river, San Antonio River. And it was also famous. I believe it was started by the Spanish in 1755. And then it went ahead and after that, of course, the famous battle 1836. And then it became a quartermaster area for the army. And now it's a memorial for those people that fought in the Alamo in the Mexican-American War. So I'll do a little bit more in depth about this church. It's actually a church, which, like I said, is now a memorial. And we plan on walking from here to the Purisima Concepcion. We'll make this a little walk showing 2 of the churches, and then some other time in the future we'll plan on starting at Concepcion and going to the other. So here is East Nueva Street. So from the Alamo, they told us to take this street that's right in front of the Alamo to Nueva Street, make a right, and then go down into the river walk, so otherwise it can get a little confusing according to what we were told. Okay, so let's follow their directions. Okay, so we took the directions that they told us, and hopefully that was the right one. They said Nueva, that was East Nueva, I don't know, but we didn't see any river walk there, so we're gonna kind of backtrack a little bit, and we're gonna try to go down into the river because we're wasting a lot of time right now. So I'll let you guys know what I think would be the best way once we do it. Okay, so this road here says Riverwalk access, so I think probably the best thing would be just to, in front of the Alamo, try to find a access point there and just go down. But I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay, so we're gonna figure out if we're going to. I don't want to go to San Pedro Park, so I believe we're going the right way. We got these little cruise things here, but we're gonna walk because that's what we do. Okay. So it looks to me like on the river walk, I think a lot of it is like this, where it's just a river walk and almost like a canal. And I find it interesting that it actually starts at a spring and not in a lake, and there's so much water. But I'm guessing that along the way there might be little ins and outs to it. And here's Nueva Street. That's where the lady wanted us to go into, so we came up a little earlier. But that's fine. So if you get the Alamo, don't go to East Nueva Street the way we did. Go to Nueva Street, and then you'll be able to get stairs coming down into the river walk, because the way we did, going to East Nueva Street, you couldn't even see the river at all. Okay, Nueva Street, not East Nueva Street. Okay, I think you guys may see that there. Here, the river, right? We're under Nueva Street right now. Yeah, so the river kind of goes on the way over there. Looks like it has a little drop down. Interesting. Okay, so it drops down in this area here. There's a Nueva Street Dam and Marina, which is really interesting. So yeah, in front of the Alamo to Nueva Street, make a right, and you'll get here where we're at right now. And carry on. So we've already walked about a mile. Here's the Cesar E. Chavez Boulevard. It goes over the river, and we've seen several people like that across there that are walking. Not really sure how far they're walking, but yeah, those that like to walk or hike, walking by the river walk is neat. I thought that there was going to be a lot of stores and a lot of people, and it was going to slow us down, but that's not been the case. Like the lady said, if you walk on the street to Nueva Street, get on the river walk, and we won't see a lot of that, which is good. You know, and if we want to go to the stores and everything, we can. But our goal today is to go from the Alamo to Our Lady of Purisima Concepcion, which is the second, not necessarily built, but geographically from north to south. And yeah, I think it's so far it's a nice walk. It's a cool day. I think it's right around 70. I did have my melanzana on earlier because it was a little cooler, but I overheated, so I got it around my waist right now. And there's Olive Oil enjoying herself. Of course, she can outwalk me, she can out-hike me, and she does that whenever I stop to do something. Site of United States San Antonio Arsenal, House of the Alamo, the original one. Anyway, you guys can pause it and read that. Okay. Anyway, I don't want to make this too long. We just came up from that sidewalk here a little bit after the Cesar E. Chavez, and it takes you up to a small little park, and we need to get back down, so we'll figure that out. I think it has some stairs right over here, so it's not naturally, but it was built, designed to come up out of the river, and then we got to get back down. And as you can see, Olive Oil is doing there, and continuing on. You can see people walking, running. There's some houses close to it. It's also dog friendly. It has little water fountains for the dogs, running water. They seem to keep it up. I know a lot of places we've gone to where they have water for the doggies. They're not working. Here so far they've been working, so it's really nice so far. Again, houses next to the river walk. Okay, there's another exit point for Sheridan Street, and this one actually doesn't cross over, but it has several exit points that are relatively close by. We walked about a mile and a half, and we have about a mile and a half more to go till we get to Concepcion Church. And there's been several exit points, so it's not like if you're gonna walk on the river walk and be stuck. That's not gonna happen. A lot of exit points. We have another crossover over there that we're gonna have to get up out of, looks like. We'll see what it's like when we get there. There's a hern right over there, and the river just kind of opens up right here. And yeah, see how they have this natural, this is Johnson Street. So now we gotta kind of climb out of it, and then we'll have to climb back into it again. But yeah, so far it's been an interesting little walk. I'm not even gonna call it a hike. If you want to, I guess you could. But you know, it's a river. The San Antonio River is actually historic. And it has to do with the Spanish not wanting the French to come over here. They were already in Louisiana, and Texas is right next to it, so they found it. A lot of tribes that were here. I'll post a video by a gentleman who was one of the last surviving members of that tribe. Okay, so now we need to find a way back into the... Okay. we just came out of it and I don't know how to get back into it. We'll figure that one out.
Are we going all the way there?
To the church, yeah. Why?
No, I'm just asking where.
I don't know. This is the first time I've been here, so I don't know. It's part of our adventure. There it is. So we got to cross this bridge because there is no more on this side. On the east side, there is no more. We have to cross it and go down on the other side. As you can see, on the side that we were on, there's no more walkway, so we have to go on the west side, go down, and we should be able to continue our walk of the San Antonio River. And this is I'm not sure. Once I find the name of this street, I'll put it up. It's Johnson Street. Yeah, see, Riverwalk. So we have to get back down and walk on this side. Okay. Now we come to Gunther Street overpass. Big houses along the river. And as you can see, it's a very slow flowing river. And of course, if you think about the fact that it comes from a spring and not from a lake, and I don't think it necessarily goes downhill or downgrade. Makes it go slow, but it's still very interesting. Now we're actually walking. See, there's one overpass and there's another overpass right here, and we're actually walking on top of the river. We have it on this side, and we have it on this side, and now you can see how it's nicely flowing, and then right here as well. And I think there's kind of a dam, I believe, the South Alamo Street overpass. As you can see right over there at the end, I think it's going to be dropping down like a dam would, like forming a little built waterfall. It's very nice. Little drain right there. I'm sure they have to keep it open. And there's somebody there in a golf cart. Here's South Alamo Street. And no, looks like you can see a little bit overflowing there, but it comes from the bottom, not on top like I thought it would. Okay, there's Olive making friends again. So it narrowed down. We came way up on top. There's the river down there. This place called South Town over there, and we'll see how it turns out. I'm not sure if it's gone from, I don't know if it's come from a nice part of town into a bad part of town. Yeah, Olive is saying that we probably should have gone through down there, but I don't know where it made that transition. You want to go over there? Do you want to walk through there?
I don't know. Let's just go.
Okay. Hopefully we don't have a long way before we can cross over, because the bathrooms are going to be on that side over there.
Where?
On the other side.
You want to go there?
Well, I don't know how. I don't know if there's going to be another crossover. There should be another crossover somewhere. You want to try that, or go straight?
Go straight.
Okay, we'll go straight. We are on an adventure after all. Somebody homeless there. So we stayed on the west side, but it looks like we could have crossed over to that side. And I think the bathrooms may be over there. Not really sure, but somebody's jogging there, and a couple of restaurants here, cappuccino and whatnot. So we'll see. What? Oh, there isn't any. Oh yeah, we would have had to come over here anyway, because there isn't any walkway on that side. So yeah, staying on the west side. Okay, so it looks like we need to cross over to the other side, and hopefully, yeah, it looks like there's a sidewalk on the other side. So here we are, kind of Another overpass. Yep. There's a
Where are you putting your...
down there. I don't want to drop it and then end up with no phone. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so let's see. Oh my goodness. Okay, so we're about we're less than a tenth of a mile before we hit 3 miles. And you gotta remember that part of that was that little turnaround to go back to find the San Antonio River. But nonetheless, that wasn't very far. So yeah, we're pretty close to 3 miles. Olive, what do you think about this little walk so far? Huh?
It's good.
It's good. Yeah. Yeah, that was that's her elaboration of what she thinks about this hike. Okay, just to show you, there's still that right over there. There's still that tower. So we're actually very close to downtown. Here's some kind of school. It says home of the Eagles or the Eagles, and I don't know if it's a middle school or a high school or what it is. There's some kind of building over there with a bunch of graffiti on it. Okay, so we shouldn't be that far from Our Lady of Purisima Concepcion church. We shouldn't be, but shouldn't be in our, because we didn't really get a good sense from anybody whether it's 2 miles, 3 miles, or 4 miles. So we're gonna find out. If it's 4 miles, well, you know, it's not that big of a deal. Over there, the ducks across the way. Oh. Yeah, the ducks are eating something. So okay, Olive has been making a pretty good point. We see a lot of trees like this that are just completely dry. A lot. Not only here in the Riverwalk, but also in the area where we're staying at right now in New Braunfels. A lot of places here in Texas is dry. And I'm telling her because, you know, autumn is of course the autumn, the season of the autumn, but it's also called the fall. And they call it the fall because all the leaves fall. And these trees will not be up if they were dying. They're not dying. They're just the kind of trees that don't have any leaves right now. Is that perennials or annuals? I'm not really sure the term for it. But this, I'm guessing that they also go through a change of color, green to maybe orange and yellow, and then fall. I'm guessing. I don't know. But I'm so interested in a couple of months. Right now it's January I believe it's 20th or 19th, something like that. And I'm guessing that it actually turned color, is my guess. Over here there's a Lone Star Brewery. That's over there. More water coming down. The river is here. There's an overpass there. I'm not sure which. That's that train. So, and I believe we're getting pretty close to the end of our one-way walk. It's been 2.85 miles so far. And again, a little bit of that was going back to find the entrance. But I think I'm not sure. But I think we're coming close to the end of, that's Roosevelt Park. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll find out. Nope, I guess not. We're still going to be walking some more. But looks like there might be some bathrooms or something over here. This street here is Roosevelt Park Boulevard. That's what it looks like. Now that road right there with those cars, you see those cars? That is St. Mary's. So instead of taking the river walk, you could actually walk on St. Mary's from the Alamo over here. And yeah, that would take us here as well. Probably a straighter shot, but you'll miss the beautiful river. Okay, we're gonna see where we go to here. She wants to use a restroom somewhere. Yeah, we're gonna go probably over there, see if we can find a restroom or something. Okay, so right here we're on actually Roosevelt Park Boulevard, and there's a sign here that says San Antonio Missions World Heritage Trail, the Alamo to the left and Mission Concepcion to the right. So you want to find a restroom somewhere?
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna go through here and try to find something and see how far we are from Mission Concepcion. Okay, so we're still at the little Roosevelt Park. If we were to take that road over there, eventually it's gonna go to that's Roosevelt Boulevard. If we take that, it's gonna be pretty far from the Mission Concepcion. It's kind of splits up, so we're looking for a Mission Road, and we're gonna go back around this way, and it looks like Mission Road might be the trail. I'm not sure. So we are gonna have to break off from the river walk. We can continue on the river walk, but right now we're gonna break off from it and just continue trying to find this Mission Road. And then once we do that, we're gonna follow that trail. Okay, carrying on. So right over there where the gentleman is walking, on that side of the car is going there, that's a river walk over there. And we're trying to find an actual trail. They call it the Mission Road, and I can see why they would call it the Mission Road, because it goes from mission to mission. But it looks to me like we're going back to where the bathrooms are at, and I'm following the walking path for Google Maps, and I feel about as lost as I was at times on the PCT. Yeah. Okay. Try to find this little road, whatever it's called. So our plan is to go back to the Riverwalk, and by looking at the Google Maps, it's not really on all trails or anything like that that we're following. It looks like you go a little bit on the Riverwalk, then you branch off to the Mission Road and branch off from the Riverwalk, and then we'll have 1.1 mile to go, which once we get on that, it's going to be about 20 minutes, because everything is flat, no elevation. Okay, so right now we're on the on the trail, on the Riverwalk part, and there's a sign coming up here that says Mission Road, and we're gonna follow this, and that should take us all the way to Concepcion. See that right there? Okay, so that way follows the Riverwalk. We're gonna split from that and go on to the Mission Road, and that happens at Roosevelt Park. So we have about a mile more to go, and we're there. Should be about 20 minutes. Okay, easy peasy. Now this road that we're on should take us on all the missions. Okay. As you can see, here's a Mission Road. Oh boy. It took a little time to figure things out there at, there's a little pyramid thing over there, kind of like a blaze. I'm not sure what it says on there. I'm not gonna go over there. But this turns into a sidewalk, but we're gonna follow it and continue on to Mission Concepcion. It's actually Purisima Concepcion, which means immaculate. No, not immaculate. I don't know. Something Conception. Pure Conception. Something like that. Okay, so that freeway right there, that's the I-10. We're gonna go underneath it, and interestingly enough, if you take that road west all the way, It's gonna go on top of the Pacific Crest Trail over by Cabazon in California, where I slept in or under when I was on the PCT in 21. Same freeway. See up there? I don't know if you can see it. It says East 10 toward Houston or Victoria. You go that way, it goes to Los Angeles. Okay. I'm just putting this on so you guys can hear. I was under the part over in the PCT. I was under the part where the train went over instead of the cars, but that was pretty close anyway, regardless. So we got to find out where the Mission Road looks like it crosses straight ahead. So I don't know where the crosswalk is at, but we'll figure it out. There, a bunch of cyclists over there. Okay, so there you can see on the other side of the street is the church that we're going to. Mission Concepcion. In Spanish would be Mission de la Purisima Concepcion. So we made it to the second church from the Alamo to Mission Concepcion. As you can see right here, and the river walk is just to one side of us, so we didn't really miss too much of it. This kind of reminds me of doing a mini. I'm gonna cross the street and just go walking through there. You want to walk through there, babe? Just.
I don't know where do you want to go.
Well, we're gonna start right there. That's the end of our walk. We're just gonna walk through here, and as you can see on the other side, it says the Alamo. So you go 4 miles out. It is 4 miles, by the way. It's not 2. It's not 3. It's not 4. Or not 3. It is 4 miles, and we're just gonna cut right through the grass here. And this reminds me of kind of like doing a little mini Camino de Santiago, which is in Spain. It's about a 400 or so mile hike. Jody, if you want to comment on that on the comments, you've actually done it, Jody, my hiker buddy, which I've never personally met, only online. And we got to know each other to a certain degree. And she's done the Camino de Santiago. So this kind of reminds me of that, because it's like almost like a little pilgrimage, you know. But it's just getting to know San Antonio a little bit. This will be a mini Camino de San Antonio instead of Camino de Santiago. Very interesting. So here it is. We're done for today's hike, today's filming. According to my watch, it is 4.1 miles. And that did include the little detour that we took at the beginning. And I will post a little video of a historian that spoke a little bit about the missions and about how Texas got its name. So we're gonna take a break, and our next video on this series, it's gonna be from Mission Concepcion here. We'll probably park our car in that area and hike to or walk to the next mission. There's 5 in total. It'll probably be a couple of weeks maybe, because we're still settling to San Antonio. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys seen a little bit about what the Riverwalk is. We did not go into the areas of the Mission Walk, which is in the downtown San Antonio area, where there's all the shops and like a little mall and little bars and all that stuff. All you got to do is go to the Alamo and go straight down into the Riverwalk area there, and you'll pass a bunch of little bars and stuff like that if you guys want to make it a thing there. But this video was more to show the actual Riverwalk and mission to mission. Thank you guys for watching. Bye. It's a downtown area, pretty close to the Alamo itself. Yeah, have a lot of restaurants and pubs. Please, please. Very good. Safety, protection.